I'm trying to add. Uh-huh. On GU. Um. Not cause I would still think we would finish above, cause price still has all the volume up top. Right? This could just be a higher low to continue to a higher high. So technically speaking, could price continue to push onto a third day to finish on a third month rise? Yeah. So that this is just where structure is gonna come into play now, especially in the lower time frames. Like realistically speaking, this is only a 2 day. You know, from from that push to where we're at now on the daily time frame, it looks a lot more drastic than on the 30. Right? Like this is really just 2 days of drop. So, you know, could price continue to push back to the top side? 100%. Right. Gee, you don't look bad either, man. Hmm? What happened? What now? You're I'll turn the stream on now. You know what's crazy about AU is that we never got that retest. And if Price would have given us that retest, yeah. If Price would have given us that retest, that shit would have been fucking crazy. Because again, we already knew we were in a zone of consolidation. So we already knew our target. You know, like this would have been a 9 pip stop for 174 pip TP. And if we would have held to the bottom of the structure, that's 258 pips. If we would have got that retest, that shit would have been crazy. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give everybody till 7:05 to join the stream. Also gotta post it on Discord. Should do that. Mm, mm, mm. Alright, just post it on Discord. Gonna give everybody 2 minutes. Any questions, guys, before we start? Any pairs you guys want me to go over before we start? Let me know. Again, the ones we're gonna be going over are the ones with the red flag next to their name, starting with AUDUSD at the top, finishing off with US oil at the bottom. Sleepy, man? Wake up, bro. Alright team, let's get this started. Think we gave everybody enough time. So AU, we know we are in A2, we're looking for level 3, looking for the break of structure. Right, once again we're looking for price to break below these lows. We had test, test, test. Then we have this candle. Did close below the wick, but it is an ugly candle. It's a bigger wick than anything else. Not really a strong body. However, we'll count it for now, right, as a break. Even if we look at it from this point of view, we also got a break. So did get a break of the lows. So again, now we know we're at a lower low. For our time frame, we have a change of character. We're still trading between these pretty ugly lows. Let's go to 1 hour. 5940. Perfect. And the 4 hour, no continuations. Still trading between this low and this high. Then in the 30-minute. Sorry guys, my allergies today have been going crazy. Right, and then in the 30-minute we had price give us higher high, change of character, lower low. All of this all the way down to these lows. No breaks, nothing. We had a day of drop. Price today gave us second day of drop. Could we expect a third day? I mean, fuck. You know, could we expect it? Could it happen? Yes, but I'm not gonna mess with AU right now. Right, there's really no. A lot of these pairs, guys, for these next coming days, for me personally, right, I have to see a correction happening. There's a lot of crazy movements. A lot of pairs that usually don't move so much, right, are picking up speed. Right, so just a few days ago, this is a pair that was moving between 30 to 50 pips. You know, now we're moving 70 to 90 pips. So we're doubling our movement. So we gotta wait for the market to kind of correct itself, start making moves that make sense, and then we'll start trading it once again. So I do like the fact that we have the break. I do like the fact that we're again starting that downtrend for AU to continue into the previous peak low, but once again we're trading at a lower low. So once we get that correction, once we get that pullback and price lets us know, okay, we're at a lower high, we're going to continue that downtrend push, then perfect, that's when we'll start trading once again. So AU is looking good. We'll keep that on our watch list. Keep an eye on it. So daily time frame, we're trading between this high. Right, no continuations anymore. Third month already was hit. On the 4 hour, we have a week of rise. Then on the 30-minute, we have just higher highs. Where I'm not gonna sit here and say that this is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? Lower low, like where this is all part of the same trend. This is where price has been consolidating. Even if we say, why wouldn't I put this as a higher high? Perfect. I'll give you a real reason why. Number one main reason is because price never gave us a valid break of structure. Right? Price is always testing. Price never gave us a break. This is where price is consolidating. Right? Between this high and this low. So right now there's no trading for me here on EA. Not only is there no trading, let's put down our session breaks. Right, 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, the market must move sideways or go down. We still finished on a day of rise, but we consolidated for the day. There's no continuations here on the 4-hour. Not really. This week would be a nice week to finish on another week of rise, and the next week we know we'll continue that push. However, this is a pair that has a gap at the bottom of the market, so would like to see my higher low. Would like to see my pullback be the gap being filled, that push back down to the bottom. So EA will keep an eye on it. EURCAD, we are in level 2. We had to break a structure, higher high, higher low. Price went up to give us a higher high, and we have exhaustion candles. No continuations. No continuations on daily time frame. On the 4-hour, let's take a look. On the 4-hour, we have a week of no net, right? So we know we had to change that. It's all good. No continuations. And on the 30-minute, we're still trading between the previous higher high and higher low. 2 days of rise. On the 3rd day, price gave us that 3rd day push and finished on a day of no net. So once again, very similar to the other pairs, guys. Right? Since we are trading in higher highs, I'm not really expecting price to continue these trends, right? And we had a gap to start the week that we know resets the trend. So again, I'm not really too fond into looking at these trades right now. Just a lot of gap resets. Not really a lot to look at. And then EU, same thing that we explained, right? We have 2 months of rise. On the third month, which is this month, we have that 3rd month push already. We're back to the top of the zone of consolidation of V1 in an uptrend, right? So once again, this is where price has been testing highs and going back short. This is where price has been testing lows to go back high, right? So with that being said, for me to start looking for trades again on EU, I need to see that break above our zone of consolidation. Then on the fall, we're still in an uptrend, still making higher high, higher low. We're back at a higher high. Price came down, gave us a higher low. No continuations right now. And then we have a day of drop on Friday, and then gave us a day of rise today. So no continuations, nothing yet. Gonna be patient, keep an eye on this pair. No engulfing candles that I can see. Let's go to Mr. Albert. Doing good, my brother. Hope you're doing well yourself. GA daily time frame, same thing as the other pairs. 2 months of rise, this month being the 3rd month, gave us that push already, gave us a new high. In level 3, already gave us that push to the previous peak high as well. So I'm here just pretty much updating a lot of these pairs, but for the most part, again, a lot of these pairs I'm not really going to be trading them as much as I would want. Still going to be waiting for continuations in the higher time frame. So For example, if this week gives us a second week, then we already know next week we'll continue to look for those trades, right? Same thing for the third days. We get 2 days of rise, then we know we'll take the third day, but right now we're trading at a higher high. We gotta wait for a higher low to be set. We gotta wait for a pullback. Once we get that pullback, then we'll start looking for trades. And then in this case, same thing. We're still gonna say that we're trading between higher low and then these higher highs over here. Again, I'm not gonna mark this as higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high. GCAD daily time frame, we were in level 3. Well, we are in level 3. We had the break of structure of the zone of consolidation, gave us a push, higher high. Price is giving us a higher low now. Right? We also have 2 months rise, this month being the 3rd month. Price hasn't given us that new push, so could be expecting price to give us this higher low like we are right now. And this is where we'll be looking for price to start turning around. Give us a change of character, break of structure to the top side to then start uptrending. So here on the 30-minute we have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we're trading between this lower low over here and this lower high over here. And then we have 2 days of counter drop going against the trend. And I want to see if we have any engulfing candles down at these lows. Nothing in the 30, nothing in the 1, nothing in the 15. Maybe this one in the 15 looks good. Held structure for a little bit. Then lower time frame we have the 1 minute lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Right? And then price gave us a little lower low. Then price gave us still, we're trading between this low and this high. So if price starts uptrending here and gives us a change of character, break of structure on the 1 minute, then yeah, we can start being aggressive with GCAD. GCAD is still one on my watch list. I wrote this one down yesterday for today, so watch list looks the same. Right now GCAD is the first pair for the night that I'm looking at, and I'm like, okay, we could potentially look for something on GCAD. Right, so GCAD is still on my watch list. Gonna keep an eye on that. GJ, I'm just gonna skip through this, guys. I'm not really gonna be trading it. Let me just make sure everything is updated and good to go, but GJ for me is not, it's not a pair that I'm going to keep my eye on. I'm going to let it do its thing. We'll watch it tomorrow morning when we wake up. We'll do what we got to do, but this is one of those pairs right now that I'm not going to be messing with. Let's go to GU. We know we are looking for price to start our level 2 push to the top side. We had the break of structure of our first zone of consolidation, higher high, higher low, to start the higher high. This is again one of those other pairs that gave us 2 months of rise, already gave us that third push to the top side, and then gave us a pullback, or is giving us this pullback. So the difference between GU and the other pairs is that GU gave us an engulfing candle, and it looks like price wants to give us that retest. So we'll be waiting for a steeper pullback to be given on GU before we take a trade, or we'll be looking for price to give us the break of structure, change of characters. Once it gives us the break of structures, then we know we can start looking to take those trades. Then it gave us 2 days of counter drop too, so gonna keep an eye on GU. It's not ready for us yet though. US30 is another one of those pairs that I'm not going to be really trading. I'm gonna update it, but I'm just gonna do it real quick. Not gonna waste my time doing this. Yo. Yo, is that I know this shit don't even look real, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna be fucking with this. Price after 3 days of drop gave us a day of rise. Perfect. Did exactly what it had to do. Then we know that we're trading lower low, lower high, and all of this back down to the bottom. This is crazy. Right, so then I want to see an engulfing candle somewhere. Do something, US30. Give us something. Alright, we'll wait it out. USDCAD daily time frame. We know we're still in peak high territory, so again, this is another pair of peak high territory. I'm not even going to mess with it. I'm gonna keep it updated, but I'm not gonna be trading it, so I'm just going to see if everything still looks good. We have 3 weeks of drop. After 3 weeks of drop, market must go sideways or go up. So USD CAD could be one of those pairs where we could start looking for price to start uptrending again for a little bit. Price ended up giving us a day of drop today, so no 372, no continuations. Price is still giving us lower low, lower high, lower low. Could this be a lower high to continue into a lower low? Of course. So again, want to be very careful. If price would have given us a break of structure of the 800 EMA and then a pullback, and it would have given us a second day of rise, then I would have been a lot more confident in the fact that price is going to continue that push to the top side. So just a few more confirmations have to happen before I could start looking for a trade here on USD CAD. But nothing really here to update for now. USDs are very similar, only difference is where we're at in the trend. This is still in V2, we're back at the top of the zone of consolidation, but it's looking good. Right, we're getting ready to see if price wants to continue the push or if it wants to give us a steeper pullback. Gave us 2 weeks of rise, already gave us that 3rd week push. Let's go ahead and turn off the session breaks real quick and really just take a look at where we're trading from, because I don't even have a 4-hour lower high. This is all bugged out. Give me 1 second, let me see. So price already gave us a 3rd week push, and then on the 30-minute we had 4 days of rise. Then price gave us another day. Now we have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Gold. Pretty much done here, guys. These pretty much last 3 pairs. Not really going to do too much in depth with them. So, any questions, any other pairs you guys want me to go over? Anything else you guys want me to explain, talk about? Let me know. If not, then we'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the live trading session. We don't really have anything to update on the 4-hour. Price gave us a little change of character, lower low, right? But we're still waiting for a clean break. We're still testing lows, so I'm not gonna update my 4-hour low just yet. No continuations just yet. And then in the 30-minute we have price gave us a change of character, gave us a break of structure, gave us a retest, gave us the push back down, and then it ended up giving us 2 days of drop. Right, so gold could be a good one for 372 going short. And we're trading between this low and this high. Perfect. I think the dark background is better to spot exhaustion candles. My white background is not helping at all. I'm telling you, man, it's having a black background, it's a lot less straining in the eye. So, at least in my opinion, that's why I've always enjoyed a darker background. Good night. See you tomorrow on WAP here on YouTube. Tomorrow's trading session, Tuesday. I'll do it on WAP. I'll do the first session tomorrow on WAP. Bitcoin, again, guys, not really gonna be talking about these pairs, but I'm gonna just keep them updated. Okay, let's turn this off. Let's see where we're at here. We're trading between this break, which is this high, this low. These lows never broke, so we're trading between here and here. Boom. Price came down, gave us a testing candle, but it did close below, so technically we are still trading between, but we understand that it needs to be a clean break for me to continue to look for price to go short. So no continuations. And then in the 30-minute, again, we're still testing the lows. Then in the 30-minute, we have a day of drop, and then price closes in 30 minutes. So I'm not going to update that just yet. And then on the 30-minute, we know that we're trading lower low, lower high, and we do have a clean break BOS. So we're trading between the change of character, lower low, lower high, break of structure, lower low. So Bitcoin did start, technically speaking, the downtrend process, especially if it gives us that break of structure on the 4-hour time frame. This is going to be a pretty quick shift in market structure when it comes to Bitcoin. So once again, we'll wait for that confirmation in the 4-hour, but if we don't get that confirmation on the 4-hour, then price is just gonna continue that push back to the top. And then oil finally gave us those breaks below. Again, we're still testing these lows, so we still haven't gotten a clean break, but it's looking good. It's exactly what we want to see. It's doing exactly what it needs to be doing. That's a crazy candle. 3 days of drop, 2, 3, 4, 4 days of drop. And price gave us a no nut. And price gave us the this is all just low and low. Alright, so realistically speaking, the only two trades, only two pairs that I seen that were pretty decent to really take a trade in was gold and GCAD. GCAD for that third push, that third month push, and then GCAD for the 372 going short. Aside from that, there's really much nothing else, guys. Any questions? Again, any other pairs you guys want me to go over before we turn the stream off? No, GCAD going long for the third month high, and then gold going short for the 372. No questions in the chat. Perfect. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night, team, and then we'll be back again tomorrow morning for the live trading session.